Well, my plants aren't doing much, but there is a lot going on at the community garden. Let's go see what's happening today. Wednesdays are often an extremely social day for the garden. Today, a local cornerstone of healthy living education, Marcia Munsell, came to the nearby pavilion to give a short talk on herbs. She covered many details from growing, harvesting, preserving, and preparing different kinds of common kitchen herbs, and even brought samples of pesto and herb salts for us to taste. She made time to answer everyone's questions and even have some casual chit-chat in the garden afterwards. If you want to learn all the things I learned, you'll have to check out her books, An Alaska Herb Garden, which is a cooperative extension publication, and Adventures with Herbs in Interior Alaska, which she co-authored with Virginia Dameron. After the talk, most people in attendance went down to the garden to tend their beds and socialize, and I got my first opportunity to meet some of my garden neighbors and ask them a bit about what made them decide to become part of the community garden. Hi everybody, I'm here with Chris, and he rents one of these community beds here. Chris, can you tell me, why do you rent the bed and how did you get started gardening?
Originally, I got started gardening just hanging out with the fellas here in the community, and we kind of one day just got bored and I said I'll start planting something, and it's been about 3 years now and I actually started getting the hang of it and just been going with it. So each year I do something different, so see what I can grow.
Awesome. What are you growing today?
So originally when it started, we was all hanging out at the top, and then they started actually working in the garden and we started helping out, and then majority of us have kids, so we thought it'd be a good idea to show the kids how to grow things and stuff. And as we're showing the kids, since we didn't know what we're doing, we started learning too, and that's how it started going on and on each year. So
do the kids seem to really enjoy it?
yes, to an extent. They love to water. They don't love to plant. They love to water. So.
Hi, we're here with Nico in the Goldstream Community Garden. Nico, tell us how you got roped into the garden and what are you doing here?
Well, I got roped in because of COVID, and we're all supposed to isolate, and so we all came together here and started building a garden. Had some extra time off, so we came here and just started building beds, having bonfires, and not quite social distancing, but it was a great kind of social thing to be doing during the quarantine. And then yeah, it's just great to see the growth of the Ken Kunkel and the whole community area, because when I was 7 we started clearing this land.
Oh wow, okay,
and
so you've been here for a while.
Yeah, so I got pictures of like when we were bringing in the gravel for this whole pad.
Oh,
and we were
great.
cutting down the trees.
Great.
And so then my mom's been part of the Lions Club. She was back in the 80s and 90s.
Very cool.
And then we moved to town and got civilized, and I became an adult, moved back to a dry cabin, and I've been loving life ever since. So
Great. So I hear you were kind of crucial in building a lot of these beds and maybe the fencing and the gate.
well, I helped with a lot of the beds, and early on brought a lot of tools and a little bit of experience. Then I built the main tool shed here 4th of July 2 years ago, and right now I'm designing the front gate. It's going to be the entry gate. It's going to say Goldstream Gardens across the top, and that's going to have a big sunflower in it, some fireweed
awesome.
designs.
I love both of those flowers.
Yeah.
They're some of my favorites.
Sunflowers are definitely my favorite.
Awesome.
So.
Me too. Great. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
talking about your participation in the garden.
Yeah.
Hi, we're out here with Hannah in the Goldstream Community Garden. Hannah, can you tell us why you rented a community garden bed and what are you growing here this year?
I've got a garden box because I really super love our community. I've got a really small dry cabin and a dry piece of property, so running water is a little bit of a difficulty for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still developing my property, so I don't really have a spot in the marsh
There's
for a
nothing,
box
no
yet, and
place
this
to
is pretty nice and close. So
Nice,
I've
great.
got a little bit of everything. I just started, actually this little cucumber's only been in here for about a week.
Oh, it's doing good.
Got a couple of little herbs, just some dill, some peppermint. These are sweet peas, so they're not going to produce any fruit. They'll just be flowerful. My box came with some perennial poppies
Mm-hmm.
here. I wasn't sure what color they were going to be, but I think I might try to save some of the seeds. And then I've got a couple of different varieties of small cherry tomatoes, a couple of These are cauliflower, little baby cauliflowers that haven't even popped yet. There's a couple of tomatoes over there I started from seed, and then all of my beans here, my bush beans, I started all these from seed. This is a columbine, a natural columbine that also came with the box. So hopefully that'll do something. And then I started a bunch of beets in here.
Bunch of beets.
Hopefully that's about it. And this was, I was told this is asparagus. That's what it said on the tag. Asparagus, Mary Washington.
It's like very young asparagus.
It's either very young asparagus or I was mistaken. I don't know. It also came with these two little clingers that I'm not quite sure what they are, but they're special edition.
Is that all you have planted?
Pretty much it. I got a couple of little pots of marigolds that still need to go in.
Very good.
I'm still going to do another one of these tomato holders right here, one of the planters. And I'm going to put my actual snap peas in there. I just haven't brought them down from the cabin yet.
Great. Well, hey, thanks for the tour. And nice to meet you.
Absolutely. You as well.
As you can see, people go to the garden and rent beds and participate and hang out for all sorts of reasons. And I think it is just an amazing place to be. But it's time for me to go to bed this evening. So I'll see you next week in the next vlog. Take care.